So you finally decided to give Wuthering Waves a chance, but now you are kinda lost and maybe you feel a little overwhelmed. Whether you're an old gacha player or this is your very first gacha game, I will try to explain everything as simple as possible without using any terminology so that you don't get lost. As well as I'll try to give you some tips to help you enjoy your journey and not make any early mistakes. I'm Alex and welcome to my 2026 beginner guide to Wuthering Waves. Let's go! Okay, so once you download the game, you choose a male or female version of the rover, you get all the tutorials and cinematics and it's pretty easy to understand, but once you get thrown into the open world, that's where a lot of people get lost. They don't know what to do, they don't know where to go, and they start to see all the interface, all these menus, and get confused. So my first piece of advice is to just focus on the main story quest. The main story quest is the yellow mark that you see in your screen that is telling you what to do. It's literally telling you what to do. So you just have to follow it, at least until you fully unlock the guidebook. The guidebook, as the name says, is gonna be like a little guide in the game. I'm gonna show it to you right now. But yeah, just focus on the main story, as many systems are locked behind it as if the tutorial was still going on. So here we are in the game and I just fully unlocked the guidebook as I told you I would. The guidebook is here in the upper right part of your screen. You just click it and here you have all of this. I'm gonna explain everything step by step in case you don't know anything. So the first one is the activity screen. As you can see, there's all these things that the game is telling you to do. This is where the daily quests are. So if you're not familiar with these kind of games, these games have daily quests that give you rewards that if you don't do them, you lose them forever. So this is like a way so the player logins into the game every single day. And these rewards are very important as they give you astrites, which are the currency that we use to pull on the banners to get the characters that we want. So you want to do this daily, you want to complete them. You don't have to do everything on this list. You just have to reach 100 activity points and then you get all the rewards. As you can see all of these lists and choose what to do wherever you want. So the next part is the milestones. This is basically like the little steps that you should be doing in your account. This will go along with your account as you play. And as you can see, I already did these 3. And now the game is telling me that I'm supposed to do this. For example, here it says upgrade one weapon to level 20. Now you can see here is the phase 1. If I complete all of this, I'm gonna go to phase 2, and in phase 2 it's probably gonna say like upgrade one weapon to level 40, and so on and so on. So this just goes with your account. If you don't know what to do, this is helpful. So now where the little swords are, it says material spot. It shows you where to farm to upgrade your characters. You have here the resonance potions, the energy core. This is for the weapons. The resonance potion is for the resonator. The resonator is the way the game calls the characters. And share credit, which is basically the money of the game. Here you have the bosses too. So the sources is basically shows you where to fight. Okay, so we have the path of growth then, which is like the tutorials. Here you have basic tutorials, which are like global tutorials for everything, for the combat mechanics. This will explain you everything. It's pretty easy to understand and it gives you rewards. You have astrites here, so my recommendation is to do them. It's pretty quick and it's helpful too. And here you have the skill training for the resonators. This is pretty helpful. It gives you rewards too, it gives you astrites, and it gives you ascension materials that you use to ascend your characters. What does it mean to ascend your characters? To make them stronger, to level them up. And here you have like where all the bosses are. This is like an encyclopedia. All the bosses, all the regular mobs or the elite mobs. If you click the text here, it will tell you where they are so that you can farm them in case you want to kill a specific type of enemy. So that's the guidebook. So now let me go back here in the guidebook. You will notice that when you get these rewards in the milestones, you will get the onion level experience. You also get it when you open chests, when you do any types of quest in the world, in the game. And what is the onion level experience? You might wonder. The onion level experience is basically your account experience. So onion is the same as account. The point of these levels are that as you level up your account, the game gets harder, but it also gives better rewards. If you see here, it says that at level 20, 40 and 60 you must complete a phase ascension quest in order to increase your onion level. So this is like a test quest to see if your characters are strong enough to go to the next difficulty. My advice here is that basically as soon as you can do it, do the ascension quest, complete it, so that you get the better rewards. But in case it gets too hard for you, you can lower the level and raise it back again every 12 hours, as you can see here. So you don't really have to worry about this, because as you play the game, you're gonna level up as you do quests and everything. Sometimes you might find that the main story quest might be locked behind your onion level. When that happens, you have to do other types of quests or just explore the world to get more experience until you unlock the next part of the main story. But you don't have to worry about anything else besides that. Alright, so I just told you to not worry about that you're gonna level up as you play, as you open chests, as you do quests and all of that, but still you probably got a little intimidated by the difficulty stuff, so I'm gonna give you a few advices. The first one will be to not try to level up all of your characters to the max and all their weapons and all, because first, your account is gonna level up faster than all your characters, and they are not gonna be able to keep up with you, and you're also gonna run out of resources at some point. So my first piece of advice is to focus on a team first. As you know, a team is made by 3 characters, as you can see here. So just focus on them, just level them up. Here I have Yang Yang at level 20. I could ascend her, I need to farm this. Same with the rover, at least until you start needing boss drops items. And then, as you can see, here is a boss, here is a drop item. This is gonna drop once I kill it, but to get the reward is gonna ask me for wave plates, which is this. This is basically the way the game gatekeeps content, so that you don't rush everything and you don't run out of content in like a day or 2. So if you're familiar with gacha games, you already know what this is. This is like the energy, the resin, the stamina in other games. If you're not familiar with this kind of games, you can farm all the mobs around the world, you can do a lot of things, but the materials that you need to raise up your characters are gatekept by time, by these items. This refreshes daily. As you can see here, it has a timer. You have items that can recover them so that you can farm more, you can play more. And this gives a lot of experience to level up your account too. So yeah, just focus on leveling a single team at a time and just play with them. At first just level the characters. You will see these weapons. You will have the white ones, the green ones, the blue ones. Don't level the weapons up. These are a complete waste. You're gonna get at least purple ones once you start pulling in the banner. You can easily play with the level 1, there's no problem with it until you pull on the banners, then you're gonna get better weapons, and those are worth your resources. These ones are not. So I just noticed I didn't mention this when I showed you the wave plates. The things that can recover the wave plates so that you can farm on, you can play more, are called crystal solvents. So many people will recommend you to not use them, to save them, because as I told you before, as you level up your world, your account, you will get better rewards. So a lot of people will recommend you to save all your crystal solvents until you unlock the max level for the rewards, and then use them all so that you can spend more time farming there. But realistically, it doesn't make a change. If you use them now, you're gonna level up faster and you're gonna reach that point faster and you can start farming there faster. Or you can save them if you want, I don't know, if you find more satisfying to just reach that point and spend many hours or maybe take a day on the weekend to play a lot and farm a lot, you can do that. That depends on you. It really doesn't make a change. Next, I'm gonna talk about the data bank, which is really important. This is where your echoes are. Your echoes are basically what in other games are armor, gear, artifacts, and stuff like that. And it's basically what gives your characters the stats that they need for when you build them. So if you go to the menu, you have the data bank here. This is mostly for the end game, but there's things that you need to do now. As you can see, here it has levels. The data bank is basically a Pokédex. So if you kill enemies in the open world, if you kill the monsters, they can drop you echoes that they leave behind, and that's what you equip. You equip yourself with the monsters you kill, and the monsters have different stats that they can give. There's sets for them. The sets give special stats, special effects, and this will depend on your character. So if you have, for example, this gives me more Glacio damage. Glacio is like the ice damage that your character has. So of course I'm gonna need this for a character that deals Glacio damage. You don't have to worry about this at first. What you have to worry about is leveling the map. So as you can see here, it says that it gives enhanced drop rate 40%. Here it increases, check this, base drop rate 10, now it's 15 at the level 4. At the level 5 it increased the highest drop rarity from 2 to 3. And so on and so on. So if you want to get the better stats for your character, you want to reach the highest level, which right now is 26. After the 3.0 version releases, we're gonna get level 30. You don't have to rush this. Don't overwhelm yourself thinking about this. You can just farm, have fun with it. Just go into the open world. If you don't know what to do, you have in this section of the monsters, you can click this, and the ones that you have not unlocked yet, click track and it will send you to the guidebook, and you can detect them here. Even if they don't show in the guidebook, like let me see this, even if they don't show, if you click detect, it's gonna show you in the map in which part of the map they are. So at first just focus on catching them, catch every single one of them that you can, so that you level up your data bank. And then when you reach the endgame and you start worrying about echoes and all of that, you will have to watch a whole guide for that, because every specific character needs a specific set. So yeah, just go catching monsters around the world to level up your data bank and get all the rewards that you can get at first. An advice that I can give you at this point is that you do not level up the echoes that you get in the first part of the game. These are green ones, sorry. There's also blue ones and purple ones. Do not level up your echoes just like your weapons. Wait until you start to get the gold ones, and by that point you're gonna be around onion level 45 or 50, and you're gonna know a lot more about the game. So you're gonna either check guides or you're gonna know already what to do. But at first don't level this up, as you will waste your resources. Now I'm gonna show you a little bit of the events screen. You can see it here. You will have all the beginner events, the gifts. You can try the characters that are on the banners. Here you can check their gameplay. You have a trial there. If there happens to be an outfit and a skin coming out, you can test it here too. And here what you have to know is that these are limited. As you can see here, it says remaining time 29 days, so you have to do them. Here this is a beginner event. You have the celebration gift, which will give you a standard character of your choice. I will talk about which character you want or which are the best ones later on the video, so stay tuned. And basically is that you have to don't miss out on these events, try to do them. Later on you will unlock the combat events. It will be here, there will be some a little sorts, and you will unlock the permanent events that are events that are already ended, but that the game keeps so that we can experience them. So see, this is a permanent event. After this one is done, it has here the limited time rewards. After it's over, it's gonna keep the standard rewards, but the event is gonna stay so that you can experience it even if you miss it. So you might wonder now how to get the characters that you want, how to get the weapons. You probably started the game because you saw a character that you really liked. So we're going to talk about that now. You get the characters through the gacha system, which is based on banners. In Wuthering Waves, we have 4 types of banners. We have the feature character banner, which comes with the respective feature weapon for the character. We have the standard character banner and the standard weapon banner. Every banner has an active pool PT system. A PT system is basically how many pulls or how many rolls you need to guarantee that character or item when you pull in the banners. So let's start with the feature character banner. So we have a 50-50 system. What does this mean? This means that once you pull a 5-star character, you have a 50% chance to be that character and a 50% chance of it being a standard character from the standard pool. Once you pull the 5-star character, if you lose the 50-50, the next one is 100% guaranteed to be the feature character. And if you win, the PT system, it will reset. So you'll be back to the 50-50 system again. Now when it comes to the standard character banner, it follows the same PT rules, but the 5-star character you get will always be random from the standard pool. So for the weapon banners, they don't have a 50-50 system. The both banners are guaranteed. When you pull on the feature weapon banner, you get the weapon no matter what, and when you pull on the standard weapon banner, you have a selector to choose whichever weapon you want. This is really helpful, as if you happen to have a lot of sword users, or you need a rectifier weapon, or wherever like that, you can choose the weapon that you want. Now, because of this, I recommend you to spend all of your standard pulls on the weapon banners and not on the standard character banners. Why? Because as you pull for the feature character that you want, whenever you lose the 50-50, you will get a random standard character, but the weapon you will not get it. You will not get the standard weapons from the feature weapon banners, as they are guaranteed. Also, do not spend your astrays on the standard banners, neither the characters or the weapons, because they're not worth it. Your astrays are very valuable. You want to use them on the feature character banners and the feature weapon banners. Even if you need the weapon from the standard banner, if you really want it, the game will give you a lot of pulls, a lot of standard pulls. Save them, use those. Don't use your astrays. Use them only on the feature banners. Okay, now since you're a beginner, you will have 3 extra banners that will disappear later on. And you have here the Novice Convene, and this is like a discount banner. It uses less wishes than normal banners use, and this only uses the standard pools, which are the lustrous type. Pull on this, you will get a random character from the standard pool. Then after that, after you get the 5-star character, you will unlock the beginner's choice convene. In this banner, you will want to choose Verena if you didn't get her in the random pool, because she's a healer and a support, and she's like the best character from the standard pool, so you want her. If you did get her, you will want to choose Anchor. She's like the best main DPS on the game, on the standard pool, not on the whole game, but on the standard pool. So you will want to choose Anchor and Verena, and you will have already a main DPS and a healer, basically from free. Then you have the new Voyage Resonator Convene. This is like a selector too, but these have all promotional characters, feature characters. Here, of course, you can choose wherever you want. I will give you my advice. You should choose the shopkeeper if you want to go for meta, for what's best for your account, as she's literally the best character in the game. She's a healer that supports, that increases your damage at the same time as she keeps your team alive. So if you want the best for your account, choose a shopkeeper and pull until you get her. Then you have the weapon. Now, do not choose the weapon for the shopkeeper. You might think that you want the weapon for the character, but shopkeeper can use a 4-star weapon that is very good, and for some teams it's even better than her weapon. So for the weapon selector, the best one is this one, the String Master, which is the rectifier. This is pretty global. You can use it for a lot of main DPSs that are rectifier for now and for the future, as it gives pretty standard stats, pretty standard buffs. So if you want the best one, you want the String Master for weapon, the Shopkeeper for character, and for the standard banners, you want Encore and Verena. This is my recommendation. So now that we're talking about characters, I'm gonna give you my recommendation on what are the best characters to invest in so that you don't mess up. So I already said that the Shopkeeper is the best character in the game. I already recommended you Verena and Encore too. Now Encore is really good. If you watch other guides, probably you heard people saying that she's not good or whatever, but she is. I have her build. I do all the endgame. I complete all the endgame with no problems whenever I play her. A lot of people judge her because she's a lolly or whatever, but she's really good. If you like her, you can build her. If you don't like her, there's no problem. You have the Havoc Rover, which is the next version of the Rover. You will unlock that version really fast by playing the story, and you can play that. It's basically the same, but a little weaker. It's a main DPS based on basic attack damage, just like Encore, so you can build the Rover if you like the Rover more. Now for the 4-star characters, I will recommend you Sanhua. Sanhua is like the most used of the 4-star characters. She boosts basic attack damage, so as soon as you start the game, you can make a team with Encore or Havoc Rover, Sanhua, and then a healer, which will be the Shopkeeper or Verena. You already have a great team there to start. You're off to a great start. Everything will be easy with that team. You also have Bullen, which is like a mini Shopkeeper. She's the latest healer that we got. And you also have Mortefi. Mortefi is a booster like Sanhua, but he boosts heavy attack, which is like the charge attack. So if you have a main DPS like Jiyan, which are based on heavy attack, you will want to use him with Mortefi. If you have a basic attack damage dealer like Encore or Havoc Rover, if you happen to like them, you have Sanhua. So that's why I recommend her. She will be really good for any basic attack damage characters. So these are the characters that I will recommend you to build early on in the game. Now I want to show you guys this so that you don't miss out on this. If you go here to the store, you want to check the shop. In item exchange, here you can buy things with the Afterglow Coral. This is like a resource that you get as you put in on the banners when you get copies of something that you already have, either a weapon or a character. And this is crazy because you can buy here copies of the featured characters that you have. Copies, dupes, if you know what that is. In Genshin will be constellations and so on and so on. So you will see that you can buy straight up whole 4-star characters. You can buy resonant chains for the resonators that are on the standard banner, and you can buy wishes. Do not buy any of that. Just buy the copies for the characters that you like, that you get from the feature banner. For example, if you really like Cantarella and you want to play her for a long time, you want to make her really strong, save all of these resources to buy the copies for the feature characters. These resources are not, you don't get a lot of the resources, you only get them when you pull They are very limited, so use them only to get the copies for the characters that you really like. Now for the Oscillate Coral, they are more abundant than the Afterglow Coral. So you want to buy these three. The wishes for the feature characters, the wishes for the feature weapon, and for the standard characters. As you pass more time playing the game, you will get more and more, and you will be able to spend them on the modifier. But since you're a beginner and you don't have many resources, you didn't pull in many banners, at first you should choose these ones. Get the feature character and the feature weapon at first, and once you start getting many of them, go to the loser's tide, which are for the standard banners, and then you will know when you can buy the modifiers. And that's it for all the basics. So I might have missed something. Maybe you came with a question and I didn't answer it, or you have any other doubts. Feel free to leave a comment down below. It will not bother me. I will actually be very happy if I can help you even more to enjoy this beautiful game. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.